guys, Carlisle Rogers here from Four Wheel Drive Touring Australia, and it's 2021. The world is back open again, I hope, and I've got a new rig. So this is my Troopy. It's a 2019 V8 Cruiser Troopy. I've named this thing Dunes, so she still needs a ton of work, but literally first off the rank, I'm getting some sound deadening done from the guys at Car Builders down in Melbourne. So it's the best gear out there. I've got Simon here from Superior Sound Solutions up here on the Sunshine Coast, and he's going to give me a hand to put it all together and make sure it's done properly.
Absolutely right.
We've got a few days work ahead of us.
Yep.
We're going to do the entire roof liner on this thing, the whole front end, the whole back end, all of that before we do any wiring, any cabinetry, anything. Let's get this done first, because it's about the only time you can do it.
Yeah.
So let's start pulling stuff apart. Hey. So we've just gotten all the gear delivered from Car Builders. So there's a bunch of stuff here. We've got our install kit, so a few tools there to help us along the way. This is the, I guess, durable floor covering for the whole back cargo area here. So that's going to give us our sound dampening and insulation, but also give us a surface that we can actually walk on in between the cabinets. We've got the actual sound deadener stuff, so that's going to go into the doors and panels and all the way around basically into the vertical surfaces.
And your roof.
And the roof.
And the roof.
And then we've got the mass noise liner. So this is a little bit thicker, a bit heavier duty, I guess. And
that's heavier duty material, and then we put that in the front on both sides. Yep. And yeah, it creates pretty much a seal over the whole floor up into your front footwell, so firewall, just above your pedals.
Yep.
And yeah, it takes the heat out of that's coming from your gearbox tunnel. So on the longer trip, it's going to be much nicer to drive.
Yeah.
You're not getting a very hot left feet.
Yeah. And that's a bit of extra insulation.
That's the insulation. That's basically for the roof.
Yeah.
And that's taking that heat out that we mentioned earlier.
Yeah, cool. Well, we got a bit of work ahead of us.
Yeah.
We got those doors off, so I guess we're going to start there.
Yeah, we'll just take that last weather seal off, and then we can start putting some sound deadener in.
So we've gutted out the entire inside of the Troopy. It's pretty boomy now, every single side of this thing. You can tell how noisy it is. Not that you can't tell when you're driving it. Yeah. But Simon's doing the footwells now, right up to the front of the firewall there. And then I think we'll just drop this back in, and we're going to do some on the sides here as well. And then the roof. The roof's going to be, I think, the trickiest bit, you know. Gravity's not on your side with this stuff, but we're getting there.
So we are going to put some sound deadening on the roof now. Got some got some sheets in half, which we're gonna stick on like that and cover the whole roof. And then we'll work our way from the back forwards. And we got some whole sheets left over here, so we tackle the front complete sheets before we put the roof insulation in.
So we've just been chatting about kind of what's left materials wise. We've gone crazy on the roof. It's really well done. Simon's going to do the wheel arches. I reckon that's got to be a pretty noisy part of the back end of this thing.
Yeah.
Not even sitting still, but just when the
Gravel
sand
fit.
and gravel and rain,
Yeah,
that's all going to hit these wheel arches pretty hard, more than any other bit of the car. So we're going to do that first. Whatever's left over, we'll do on these side panels.
Yeah.
And then we'll finish the roof and actually insulate that. The last bit will be that durable floor mat.
Yeah.
So that'll just do the whole back of this thing, but that's easy peasy compared to getting the lid back together. Alright, so we thought that the roof was going to be a bit tricky because normally the Toyota roof liner, it's sort of like core flute with a little bit of thickness to it, but it was kind of snug already, and we put sound dampener and then the insulation on, both on top of there. So we thought it'd be super tight and we need to machine these holes here. But I don't know if you can see there, but we ended up, you can see where it's moved a little bit, where the actual bolts have gone in, but we were able to fit everything back up in there and just put some pressure on these things with the rubber mallet, and just you can stick a screwdriver or an Allen head into the holes to sort of lever that up to get everything to match up. So we did that, got some bolts in, got it all back together, and it looks good as new. You can't tell anything's been done in here. So bang up job from Simon, and yeah, not quite as much work on this particular part of the job as we thought it was going to be. All right, it's been a hectic 3 days of work on the Troopy, but it is done. So I cannot wait to take this thing for a spin and see how quiet it is. We've just done the rear floor mat in this thing. So the guys from Car Builders do like a durable sort of vinyl topped mat that you can walk on and stuff. So this is what's going to go under the cabinets and across the whole back here, and a little bit of this will be exposed when it's all done. Yeah. All that's left now is a test drive, so let's get this cleaned up and ready to go and take it for a spin, see how she sounds.
Sounds like a plan.
Now for the ultimate test. It already sounds so much better in here. It's still a big space, and it's a bit echoey. It doesn't have that boomy thunder that every Troopy in the universe has, straight off the bloody showroom floor. So let's see how we go. This is sounding heaps better. This sounds quieter than dual cab. Even quieter than a Hilux now. It is amazing how much more lush the driving experience can be just doing something as little as sound dampening and insulating this whole thing. The roof, it's not a million degrees even in the middle of the noonday sun here. This really is like absolutely different machine now.